What's up, everyone? We got episode 23, Guilds of Ravnica, pack 3 of 3. Let's get this going, guys. I'm going to try to get this going as quickly as possible. Last time I tried to originally record this, my battery on my camera died. So for time's sake, the pack's already been opened, and we're going to try to get this going as quickly as possible. Just giving you a heads up, guys, as we're going through this pack. I just want to let everyone out in the audience watching this, these episodes, that we are gearing up towards, at least I am, gearing up towards the very, very tail end of Season 2, the long-awaited end of Season 2. We only have 3 more packs to open for this season, and I will not be letting you guys know or even hinting at what Season 3 could bring. It could bring either more packs being opened, or it could be some episodes about deck techs or terminology within the cards. Let's see where we can go. Alright, so our first card, of course, is Vidalcan Mesmerist, 1 in the blue for a 2/1 Vidalcan Wizard. And whenever it attacks, target creature an opponent controls gets -2, -0 until end of turn. That's not bad, but seeing how it's only temporary, I'm not too sure the actual validity of this type of card, if it would be prudent to actually play it in today's modern meta, unless you like to play mind games. I see this card more of a staple in either Pauper or Pioneer, or maybe Legacy every so often. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below, of course. Next card, we got Ornery Goblin, 1 in a red for a 2/1 Goblin Warrior, and whenever it blocks or becomes blocked by a creature, Ornery Goblin deals 1 damage to that specific creature. That's not too bad, but seeing how it's only 1 damage if it becomes blocked or is blocked, I'd have to say you have to find something that'd be a little more powerful to add with that to answer your opponent, but I digress. So I don't know what you guys think. Next common card is Skyline Scout, 1 in the white for a 2/1 Human Scout. And whenever it attacks, you may pay 1 and a white. If you do, it gains flying until end of turn. This is not too bad of a card. And oh, just FYI, guys, I'm sorry if you hear me breathing differently. My nose and my sinuses are giving me hell today. The molds out here in San Antonio, Texas, are not fun. So any of you allergy sufferers out there, I feel your pain. So here we go. So okay, so that's not too bad of a card. I would really like to pump this creature up with something that would give it flying permanent for the rest of the game. I don't know what you guys think of a good card to add for Skyline Scout. Let me know in the comment section down below if you even have used it before. Okay, next common is Wall of Mist. Oh my god, Wall of Mist, 1 in the blue for a 0/5 Wall with Defender. Honestly, I have no idea of anyone who actually plays with walls anymore, or if they're even that important to use. I don't know. I'd see these cards, these wall type of cards, as fun little items to use for casual matches. I don't know if they're ever going to actually get to the point again of being competitive. Let me know in the comments section down below, especially if you play these type of cards in either Modern again or Pauper. I don't know. I digress. Moving along. I'm going to try to not butcher this name of this card. Bartisan Bats. Bartisan Bats. 3 in a black for a 3/1 bat with flying. This is a very underwhelming card. It needs to have something pumped up to actually, whether if it's temporary or permanent, to make an actual impact on your opponent, or even for any kind of deck. I have no real words for this card except for that it's a 3/1 bat with flying. Next up, Propitious Vine, Pay green for a 0/3 wall with Defender. Pay 2, tap it, sacrifice a creature with Defender. Draw a card. Now this is actually pretty decent. I actually have played an opponent with Partitious Vine in their deck. I think it was either 2 or 3 copies of it. And they actually defeated me by Death with Walls. I don't know how they did it, but it was really interesting. And this was at a local game store. I don't know which one. It was so long ago. I think it was about a year ago. I don't remember. But I was very surprised how I lost. And I went 2-0 in a somewhat competitive modern match. So again, it kind of shocks me that people still use walls. I certainly have no purpose of using it unless if I know that I'm gonna use an actual wall. But we'll see. Season 3 might actually bring a deck tech with walls into it. We'll see. Yeah, continuing on. So we now go to our next common, and that would be Dead Weight. Pay black for an R enchantment, and enchanted creature gets -2/-2. It's not too bad. It slows down some creatures along the way, but it's too easy for spell removal. Absolutely too easy. I have a feeling that if anyone were to even put this card down, that your opponent, that an opponent in general, would definitely have an answer to that for removing aura from a creature, eliminating both the aura and the creature. Let me know if you guys think of, down in the comment section down below, if you've actually used this card before. Undercity Uprising, 2 black-green for sorcery. Creatures you control gain Death Touch until end of turn. I wish it would have been permanent, but I digress. But then again, what do I know? Then target creature you control fights target creature you do not control. Each deals damage equal to its power to the other. So basically, it forces them to fight each other, and I think they would die, no matter what Death Touch is, or whatever creature gains Death Touch until end of turn. So now we get to our next common, is Parhelion Troll, 3 and a white for a 2/3 human knight with flying and vigilance. Of course, vigilance means that it can attack without tapping. And it also has Mentor, which is pretty cool. Whenever this creature attacks, put a +1/+1 counter on target attacking creature with lesser power. That's the key word there, attacking. For those that are beginner players out there, I wouldn't say myself as a beginner, but I kind of have forgotten some of the mechanics over the course of the years. I will openly admit that I have taken a break from Magic over the course of a couple of years in my life, personally, either due to personal obligations or college back in the day. Yeah. So, next card is our next common is Boros Locket. Oh, okay, another locket, not bad. Pay 3 for an artifact, tap it, add red or white, and you pay Boros times 4. You tap it, sacrifice it, and draw 2 cards, just like the Golgari Locket. Not bad. And our next card is an uncommon, Arboretum Elemental, 7 green for a 7/5 elemental. Convoke. Your creature can help cast this spell, of course. Each creature you tap while casting this spell pays for 1 or 1 mana of that creature's color. And it also has hexproof, which is pretty cool. Which means it can't be the target of spells or abilities your opponents control. So that could very well shut them out of the game, late game. I don't know what you guys think. Yeah. Swarm Guildmage. Pay black, green for a 2/2 elf shaman. It has two conditions for this card when you use it. Pay 4 and a black, which is pretty steep in my opinion. Tap it, creatures you control get +1/+0 and gain menace until end of turn. In other words, they cannot be blocked by creatures except by 2 or more creatures. Or 1 in the green. Tap it, you gain 2 life. I would rather do it for the life gain rather than the +1/+0. That's pretty dumb. 4 and a black just to gain +1/+0 and menace. But what do I know? Next card is another Guildmage. We got Legion Guildmage. Pay red and the white for a 2/2 human wizard, and you can either pay 5 in the red, tap it. It deals 3 damage to each opponent, which is pretty serious in my opinion. Or 2 in a white, tap it, tap another target creature, and that could either be one of your own or your opponent's. I don't know why you'd want to tap your own unless you actually have a strategy. Like to do a tap untap type of game with your deck if that's the main objective. But hey, again, what do I know? Next card is, oh boy, here we go, another double-faced rare. I'm going to try to move this over to the side a bit. And we've got connive and concoct. So the connive part, you pay either 2 Dimir, or you pay 2 Dimir times 2, and gain control of target creature with power 2 or less. And that's not until end of turn. That's permanent. That's pretty good. And then the concoct side is pay 3 blue, black, surveil 3, then return a creature card from your graveyard to the top. To the battlefield. I was going to say to the top of your library. Thank goodness I reread that correctly. So that's not a bad strategy there. I don't know if anyone would ever play both sides. You definitely have to have the mana for it, for sure. So let me know in the comment section if you would rather play one or both sides of these type of sorcery cards. And next we've got a Dimir Guildgate, and of course it comes to the battlefield tapped, tap it, and blue or black. Pretty simplistic. I have plenty of those in my my own personal collection. And the final card is a good old 1/1 insect token. Wow, that's a pretty interesting pack for the entire Guilds of Ravnica pack. Anyways, smash that beautiful like button if you like it. Subscribe if you feel that you need to. Check out some of the awesome content coming out in the near future. Were there any cards that stood out to you? Any of these cards were your favorite from the Guilds of Ravnica set, or the Ravnica Allegiance pack openings that I've done in the past? As always, guys, leave a comment down below. And as always, guys, Jesus is real. Jesus is real. Yes, he is, my man. Yeshua HaMashiach is real, and I will never refute that. And as always, guys, play something magical today. Peace.